Hey, you want to hear some? Oh, my God. What the fuck? I already forgot.
Are you on to another topic already?
No, because that just reminded me how it just reminded me of a drink. What my dad called Grey Goose one time. He goes, hey, Bill, he goes, are you still drinking that Blue Swan?
You know what?
And
it just occurred to me. That's where you get it from. That's where you get all that stuff. The Last Days of Dracula, Two Whores in a Pool, that Where'd the Bitch Go? Like, you get that from him. Like, you guys have a vague idea of what it is that you're talking.
No, but when I'm doing the movie thing.
So you're just like throwing out like signifiers, like that there's a girl and she's being slutty and there's a pool. So yeah, two whores in a pool and it's a vampire and they're doing some sort of an interview. So it's the Last Days of Dracula. Like it's just.
Well, I know I'm doing more like the $10,000 pyramid. Like I'm throwing out clues for the listener. And then they just go, oh, do you mean that? I go, yeah, I mean that. Because if I don't do that, I'm going to sit there going, and I'm not going to remember, and then they're going to be tortured. So it becomes like a little game. You know what I mean?
I wonder how you would do on that pyramid show, because they're bringing it back.
I would do horrible on that show.
You would just give them
if I was
ridiculous clues ever. Right? Wouldn't you?
All right. You know what? Let's play right now. I'm going to get a fucking word.
Okay.
And we're gonna play right now.
All right. And I'll see if I can guess what it is based on your.
All right. We'll do a couple of these. Get out of here. Get out. You got to get a microphone. Oh, I just realized you guys need to know what the fucking words are so you can play at home. All right. The word's going to be, it's going to be Paris. Something else in twat. I got to have something filthy in there. Twat's going to be the last one. All right. Paris. Kardashians. And what else? God, what the fuck else? This is why I would suck at it. I certainly couldn't create the fucking show. Paris, Kardashian, twat. I need something before twat. Pitbulls. She'll get that one. I got to give her an easy one. All right, and she's back. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to hit pause so we can stop torturing people here. I love the pause button now. Okay, and then we're back, everybody. All right, once again, it's time to play the fucking $10,000 pyramid. All right. Nia, you're up first. Will you be giving or receiving?
I will be receiving, Bill.
Isn't that what they say? You'll be giving or taking.
Yeah, do they say giving or receiving?
I don't fucking, it's something like that.
I don't say
You can be giving the password or taking the fucking clues. All right, gun to your head. If you had to give or take. All right.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Are we on the clock here?
I guess.
Add the tension. Can we get a fucking clock timer here? I'm going to get one of these on YouTube right now. No, we don't need to do that. All right, here we go.
Use the stopwatch thing on the computer.
No, the people at home, the fans at home got to hear a fucking clock going.
All right.
Okay, we're back. And there's only 33 seconds on this clock, so there's 4 things you got to get.
Okay. Is there a topic, or I'm just
No, there's nothing. This is just random shit that came out of my head. Okay. You got 33 seconds. Let's see how many you can get.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
And here we go. Okay, this is a city. It's one of the great cities in the world.
New York City.
And people love it, and they talk down to you. They fucking hate you. Oh, you smell. Get out of my country, you stupid American.
What?
You're a stupid American. I'm better than you. You like my beret?
Paris?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Stick it in my twat. I'm going to marry a rapper. Hey, my dad he has his dick, but he's a woman now.
Kim Kardashian? Kris Jenner?
Hey, I wonder what they're doing.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yes. You got 2. You got 2. You want to keep playing?
Your clues are horrific.
Shut up.
Hey, stick this up my twat. My dad's a girl now. What?
But he still has his dick. It's true. It's all true. Everything I said.
Stick this up my twat, and not what's supposed to be a clue.
I was thinking she did a porno. All right. Let's do, we got 2 more. All right, here we go. You ready? So you got past the first round. This is fun. All right, here we go. You ready?
Okay.
Neil, will you be taking or receiving? Giving or receiving? What the fuck it is?
Receiving.
Okay, here we go. It's like you saying that. All right, here we go. Starting in 3, 2, 1. All right, we're misunderstood. I didn't bite that mailman. He looked at me first.
Pipple?
Yes. All right, this is something that you say and people get mad and it can smell sometimes. But if it's a fresh one, it's great, and you fucking stick it. You stick it, right?
What?
It's between your legs. It's between your legs.
Vagina?
Keep going.
Pussy?
Yes. Worst name.
Cunts?
Worst. No, not as bad.
Twat?
Back up. Yes. Woo! You did it. You did it.
Oh
Right.
my God.
Oh, that was great. That was great.
Ever be asked to be on the rebooted pyramid show. That will never happen. That has got to be like.
Come on.
So
that's a real show. You're gonna.
Yeah, and
you're gonna take work away from me.
You suck.
Oh, come on.
I will never be on a charades team with you.
Oh, come on.
I will never. I gotta come up with some and do you.
Well, why don't you do it? Why don't you fucking come up with some and then I'll do it? How about that?
All right.
Didn't you just say that?
Yes, Bill.
All right. Why don't you?
Way to come up.
No, I got it.
Great idea.
We'll do it on Thursday.
Okay.
We'll do it on Thursday. All right. You come up with. We got the quick little timer there. I know.
Stick it up my twat.
Actually, I probably
What?
disqualified the last one because I used the word twat when I was trying to get the Kardashians, right? Hey, I'll marry a rap. Hey, look what we're doing over here. Keep it up with the Kardashians. It worked, though. It did work. What do you want from me? All right? Coming off a bender here. Hey, it's a rough one, you know?
I'm going to go. This was fun. I'm going to go have a taco.
All right.
I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay. Thank you for playing. We have a wonderful edition of our home game for you. I think you got it. I think you actually got the 2 right in the end. By the way, I figured out what was causing the train not to leave the fucking station. I became old Billy Parfait, right? And I went down to this juice shop, and they were fucking raving about this, this all-natural yogurt with coconut in it. All that probiotic has probiotics in it. This isn't negative biotics. This is positive, This is proactive biotics. You have 2 kinds of bacteria within your intestinal tract. Shut the fuck up. I put this stuff in them. I couldn't shit for days. I just kept eating it because they're down at the juice shack there, right? They kept telling me how healthy it was. And little did I know, I was building like a fucking wall. What's that city there in Greece with the whole city's just a bunch of white walls? That's what I was building in my stomach. Were you, Bill? I don't know. It's the first thing I thought of. Go fuck yourself, I'd like to see you not shit for 3 days and try to dance around it and keep it funny. Oh, God. How did I get in this mood? Anyways, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Nancy Reagan died, everybody. She died. And a lot of people were really upset about that, She was a great woman. I'll tell you, what made her great? The shape she kept herself in, considering her husband had jelly beans all over the fucking place. The fact that she could just say no to those goddamn things, right? She's walking around. There's something about being that skinny, though, after a while, though. It's just like you live for fucking ever, but you're like a bird person, Like if she was my grandmother, I would have built like a giant bird cage that I hung from the ceiling. I'd make her go in there and perch on it. I'm not opening the door unless you tell me I'm still in the will, Nancy. Or I guess I would say Grandma Reagan. All right, this whole podcast has gone off the fucking rails. I'm too goddamn distracted here. I'm talking about putting dead first ladies in bird cages. That's not right, is it? He's such a weird fella, that Reagan. Some people you talk to, he single-handedly defeated the Russians. The reality is, didn't he come off the fucking bench and he hit the last 3? The dagger. He put the game away, I would say. you know, by tricking them into thinking that we were actually going to have shit up in outer space to stop their shit from coming over here. You know? That's the weird thing about trying to bomb somebody from the other side of the fucking world. If you're too lazy to fly over, you got to shoot them. Remember Robert Parrish's foul shot? You remember the rainbow? That's how you got to do it. You actually got to send it in because of the curvature of the earth. You got to send it fucking up and over. You know what I mean? It's like when you're sitting on the couch and you got a napkin and you want to throw it into a barrel, but your fucking office chair is right there. You got to go up and over. You know? They do that with missiles. Somebody actually figured that out. Some super fucking intelligent scientist guy, right? As opposed to the really dumb ones that they put in the nuclear programs, right, Bill? This guy had to sit there and, like, figure that out, you know? Out of our airspace, into the troposphere, up into the stratosphere, however the fuck it goes, right? Out to outer space, re-enters the atmosphere without blowing up, right on the White House. Nothing but president, right? They're just sitting there talking shit. What a fucking job. You know? And there's some other psycho, you know, they got cameras in space or some shit, or somebody flying around with that DirecTV satellite on the back of his plane, just following around Brezhnev and Gorbachev, trying to figure out where they're at. So they always have the exact coordinates. That's the level of stress like Obama has and all these guys. That's why they age like 90 years, because they know the other team, right? They're going Billy Belichick on them. You know, they got cameras on you right on the top of your fucking head wherever you go. You know, I'd be all paranoid. I'd be doing fucking head fakes as I was walking down the hall to the Oval Office, right? I wouldn't even go in the Oval Office. I'm not going in there. I'd have a double. I'd always be down in the basement. You know? Then years later after I died, you know, all my staff would start fucking coming out talking shit about me. He's a very fearful man. For all the bravado during his speeches, he spent the entire 8 years of his presidency in well, we're not allowed to say how far down it goes, but let's just say there's one hell of a basement under that house. Do you even think he fucking lives there? There's no fucking way he lives there. He just lives there. You ever seen the White House? It's just right there. You know? He doesn't live there. I bet there's a fucking... You take an elevator. That's just like... remember when Steve Jobs used to make those fucking speeches at those nerd fests, right? They go down there. You know? He'd come out in his fucking jeans and no belt, and he just... look at this! Look at it! Look what it does! And all the nerds are like, oh my God! Oh my God! I think that's what... And then he just fucking leave. Nobody knew where he lived. Right? But why does Bill Gates have a more reclusive fucking house? Is the house reclusive, Bill? Does the house make the choice to be introverted? Whatever. He has a fucking house no one can get to. I can't get anywhere fucking near Bill Gates' house, right? But the White House, you can walk right up to the gate. Hey! Obama! Right? You can come right up to it. Is this going to put me on a list? I bet, what's his face? I bet Bill Gates has got a goddamn, you know, you remember that Star Wars thing that Reagan wanted to put up for fucking, you know, the Robert Parrish nuclear warhead rainbow shot from the Kremlin, right? I bet he's got those for, like, drones. I bet he hates drones. He's all pissed off. How dare you send my technology back at me? I think he's an evil motherfucker, and that's why he gives away all that money. You know what I mean? It's weird. He's like the sociopath with the heart of gold. He's kind of like Dexter, right? But if he was like into laptops rather than just cutting up people. But it's only the bad people. I was never able to get past that. Tracker. Smart cars, smartphones, smart homes. Technology has made everything wicked smart, but losing your stuff still makes smart people feel really fucking stupid. Tracker makes losing things a thing of the past, kid. Hey, Skipper, listen to this shit. Tracker is a coincide device that locates misplaced keys, wallets, bags, computers, anything in seconds. A fucking 12-pack. Where did it go? Beep, beep, beep. Oh, there it is. Let's get fucking hammered, kid. Just pair Tracker to your fucking smartphone, attach it to anything, and find its precise location with the tap of the button. Where's my weed, dude? Not a problem. It's right over there. Let's fucking burn one before we go to work, dude. It's that easy. Lose your fucking phone? No problem. Press the fucking Tracker button. Are you catching on yet? You fucking stick it on shit that you lose, and when you lose it, you hit a fucking button. With over 1.5 million devices, Tracker has the largest crowd GPS network in the world. So your lost fucking items show up on a map, even if it's fucking miles away, kid. How fucked up is that? You want another Bud Light? Nah, buy it. Never lose anything again with Tracker. Listen to this show. Get a special discount of 30% off your entire fucking order. Go to spelled T-H-E. What are you, fucking stupid or something? Temptation. THEtracker.com and enter the promo code BURR, B-U-R-R. The hardest thing you'll ever have to find is their fucking website. Go to tracker.com right now and enter the promo code BURR for 30% off your entire fucking order. Again, that's tracker.com, promo code BURR, you fucking cocksuckers. UFC was basically, I think, the USA or the world versus Brazil. And I think Brazil once again proved that they are, if you want to fucking get into a fight / be in the missionary position with another person, if you think you're coming out on top, it ain't happening. They pretty much dominated the fucking night, but except for this one guy, and I'm not going to know the names. And I actually tweeted the guy. I'm still not going to remember his name. He has a very fucking unique name. And he's fighting this guy, and this guy's making all these silly faces when he's going, and they're going like the Brazilian dude. I guess he was a champion, or he is a champion. That's right, he's a champion. And then he fucking, Jesus Christ, I was having a few when I was watching this. He was a champion, and he was supposed to fight. He got hurt, so he wanted to make sure he was 100%. So he's coming down. He's making all these silly faces and shit. And I just remember the announcers going like, look at him. This is like the biggest fight he's had in 3 years, and he's making faces at the camera. He's not even nervous. Right, all of this shit, right?
And here he is, the biggest fight of his career, the biggest crowd we've ever had in Brazil, and he's goofing off on his walkout, making funny faces at the camera.
And then here comes the fucking white dude. He fucking, old Dudley Do-Right. He's got a police officer's haircut. You're like, this guy could have been a state trooper. And he's fucking coming down, and I'm like, all right, well, let's see what's going to go on here. The white dude seems to be in a little better shape. The Brazilian guy, surprisingly, for a champion, has a little bit of a dad bod. You know what I mean? And whatever, they start going at it. And, the white boy's taking it a little bit. He's giving it back. He's taking it, whatever. Then all of a sudden, the Brazilian guy starts just running at him. And he fucking eats one, and then he regroups, and he starts running at him again. And this fucking guy, the white dude with the fucking state trooper haircut, he's backing up. And as he's backing up, he gives him just a little right there, Fred, with the fucking right hook, right? Well, backing up. And this fucking guy he just shut off this guy's hard drive. He just fucking and that guy was just right down like a controlled implosion. You know, when they take down a fucking building and everybody for some reason can take off work to go down and watch it. That's what they waste a sick day on. Like, hey, is there any way I can breathe in that fucking, what do they call that shit? Not asphalt. Oh, Christ. What the fuck do you call that shit? Asbestos, right? They can breathe it in. Anyways, he fucking just hit the guy. He just caught him the right way. I mean, granted, if he hit me with that, I would have been dead. There'd be no podcast ever again, But he just caught the guy, I guess, right, and the guy just went right like a ton of bricks. He fucking went down, and the fucking white dude just lost it. He just he runs over to his corner, climbs. I thought he was going to get on the fence. He went right up and over, hugged his whole team, and just kept screaming, I'm a fucking world champion. It was awesome. Oh, sorry, I just blew out your ears there. It was fucking awesome. Do I got this too high? I think it blew out my fucking ears. it was just fun to see somebody like that excited. And then, of course, they said that he was from Cleveland, so I tweeted out, Cleveland finally won a championship, and that's what I think that's what I tweeted out or something like that. But congratulations to that guy who I'm not going to butcher his fucking name. It was awesome to see him win a championship. It's great for the city of Cleveland, right? And even though it wasn't a team sport, you know, if you're in Cleveland, you got to be, well, you won't be thinking this because you guys, you know, you've been beaten down by the sports gods for so long that you guys really, you're afraid of having hope. But guy from Cleveland is a champion. All right, it starts with one. So now you got to be looking at the Cavaliers. I don't think they've lost yet. You know what's funny? Everybody in Cleveland right now is going, shut up, you're going to jinx it. All right, I'll shut up. Just saying. And I was disappointed with the Cyborg fight. You know what I mean? I was sitting there going like, yeah, I want to see this chick fight. I want to see the, you know. And, you know, I got to tell you, the women's fights are usually better than the men's. I don't know why. They go at it like fucking alley cats. It's crazy. I just don't understand how you can just kick somebody with your bare foot and it doesn't hurt you too. You know, they should fucking have just regular people like me just go in and do MMA shit to each other and just watch us both crumble after the first strike. Punch once with your hand. Fuck. You know, you put it under your armpit. Anyways, but she fought some chick. She was like 8-6-1. So I'm like, what the fuck? She's going to destroy her. This is going to be over in the first round. And then lo and behold, Jesus, she fucking hits hard. She fucking was just raining punches. And the other woman was you know, was doing way better than I would have. One jab and I would have been on my back. But she was fucking eating them for a minute. And then she went down. And then there was a moment where she was always moving, but it looked like she was out. And the guy stopped the fight, right? When they have the official decision. They cut to her, right? And everybody cheers. She's Brazilian. It's a hometown crowd. And when they cut to the woman who lost, she's like holding back tears, and she's just looking up. This is why I'll love this fighter forever. She was just looking up at the fucking the Diamond Vision thing, whatever, the big screen, and she waited till she was on the scoreboard. And the second she was on the scoreboard, she just goes, "I never fucking tapped! I never fucking tapped!" And the whole place booed her. She was so fucking mad.
Dollars period. Here is Bruce Buffer. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eduardo Hurley.
Which is understandable. I mean, I can't imagine training that fucking long and that goddamn hard, and then it's just over in like 3 minutes. It must have been brutal, but I don't know. She was great. She was all heart, so hopefully she'll come back or whatever. I don't know. I was really into that last one. And that Cleveland guy was hilarious. He was talking to everybody. He was like, you know, and I know everybody here, you don't like me because we're in Brazil, but you guys make the sport great. He called them out on it. You know, you're not voting for me because I'm a fucking, because I'm from Cleveland. What happened today in the world? I have no fucking idea. I sat in a fucking writer's room. Oh, goddamn day. Let's see. Google News. Google News. All right. In the U.S., a comprehensive, up-to-date coverage aggregated. All right. Sit in Spurs late-night clash. Oh, this is about the gun shit. The Daily Trail. Asian stocks wobble. Ahead of somebody cares about that. Somebody has so much fucking money that's going to gives a fuck what's going on with their stocks. You know, once we became this giant financial fucking gangbang, it's just over. Alligator that snatched 2-year-old boy at Disney World has been killed. How the fuck did they find it? It didn't eat him. There was no evidence of the kid in him, right? Somebody rat him out. Some other fucking alligator. All right, man, it wasn't me. You know, somebody was talking. The fucking alligator probably snatched the kid. Was like, Jesus Christ, it's a fucking kid. Thought it was a turtle. I don't want to get fucking sued. They're going to kill me. All the animals, they got to know it at this point. That if you even fuck with a human being, we come down and we track you down, you know? We've done it to alligators. We've done it to sharks. We've done it to gorillas. That fucking alligator, the second he fucking saw a shirt, was just like, that's not a turtle, right? Spit the kid out and then fucking took off, and it still wasn't enough. We come back around like Bedbug Eddie in fucking Pope of Greenwich Village. 2 alligators. Not 3. Bonnie. Some Irish fucking alligator. I don't know him shit. Coast Guard crews find body and search for missing father. 3 teens. Oh, my God. People are out of their fucking minds. People go out on boats. You know what I mean? Stay on a lake. A lake is brutal enough. Just because a creepy thing, a lake is usually so fucking cold it never gives up your body. You just stay down there. You know, it doesn't get warm enough for the gases in your gut to fucking make you be a fucking floater. You know that? I learned that reading that book, The Westies. That when they used to make people do the Houdini, as they say, you know, they'd kill people and then they would chop them up. Their big fucking thing was that you had to gut them. You know, because if you didn't, you know, whatever happens when you die, you know, there's probiotics for the good bacteria in your gut, then there's the bad bacteria. That bad bacteria that exists in your gut your whole fucking life sits there waiting for you to die, and when you die, it activates, and that's what fucking makes you decompose. According to the person 2 stools down from me at a diner one time, all right? Or maybe I saw it on the fucking internet. I have no fucking idea. On my way to a slap fight or some shit, whatever the fuck I was going to watch. By the way, on Twitter, I got another good one. Okay, World Star Hip Hop, you got to follow those guys. And then there's 30-second fights. Fucking unbelievable. Watch the guy back a car over a woman today. She was fucking up his car, right? You know how women, when women flip out, whatever the fuck you did, cheated on them or whatever, they fuck up your property because they're not going to get arrested for it because they have a fucking clan, right? So she's throwing shit at the guy, and the guy's trying to drive away, and she throws like 3 or 4 fucking things at him. I don't know what it was. And finally she throws this last fucking thing at the guy, and the guy just stops and starts backing up towards her. And I'm thinking he's just going to scare her. He's going to bump her. You know what I mean? Give her the old fucking, those bumpers, most of them are made out of fucking flexible plastic. Figure worst case scenario, she's going to get a Joe Theismann. This fucking guy bumped her and then just stomped on the gas and fucking backed all the way over her and continued to go and then fucking... And it was what kills me. I was like, oh my God, I thought she was dead. Dude, she got up. It was like a cartoon. Like I thought that shit only happened in a cartoon. I would think once you go underneath a fucking car that was going as fast as this fucking guy. I mean, you just got to think, man, the rear axle, you got the differential right there. She's getting the right there, Fred, with the fucking differential. Forget about the tires, how the car is hot, all of that shit, how it didn't drag her down the fucking street. It's one of the most brutal things I've ever seen. Having said that, they're not all like that. There's a lot of good fights on there if you like watching fights like I do. I enjoy watching, I like violence. I like watching it. I don't know why. I like watching animals attack each other. I like people fighting each other. It's enjoyable to me. But I also like, I like playing horseshoes. I like that, what do you call that shit? I made a reference to it in my last special where they slide on the ice with that giant, like, obese hockey puck that has a handle on it. Curling. I like that too. I can watch that white dude with the afro do the paintings on Netflix. Going to put a happy tree right over there. Is that what you're going to do? Yeah, go ahead and do that shit. I can watch the 700 Club. I can do a lot of shit, but at the end of the day, I still enjoy the violence. All right, Las Vegas awarded an NHL franchise. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ, what are they thinking? What are they, trying to become the NBA? I'll tell you right now, if you think the fucking NBA's fixed now, wait till the Vegas gets a fucking team. Kevin Durant signing with Golden State Warriors would be mutually beneficial. To who? Warrior fans? Steven Tyler says the Aerosmith train won't keep a rolling after next tour. Is the end near? Jesus Christ. Everyone is more intense. Musk calls Tesla's Solar City deal no-brainer. Investors disagree. Dude, how is this Tesla guy, man? This guy's just, he's fucking with some old money. So the guy who makes the Tesla car. By the way, do you guys like Jaguars? I like their entry-level one. The fucking, you get the top-of-the-line sports model one. You get it in that fucking British racing green. I just wish you could get it in a stick. Every cunt out here's got a fucking... It's basically their 3 Series, you know? Which is really, you know, if you give a fuck, should be the highest series that you buy, because some douche is going to come in and sideswipe you. If you're lucky, maybe they leave a note. All right, let's see what this guy's doing. Elon Musk inhabits a world of declarative superlatives. Well, whatever world that is, I don't know what any of those words mean. Declarative superlatives? He lives in that world? Well, no wonder he figured out how to make an electric car go that fucking fast. He lives in a world of declarative superlatives. Jesus Christ, there's a whole other fucking group of people I've never met. How many are in there? Shitting all over the place and fucking walking into gorilla enclosures. On a conference call with investors early Wednesday, Tesla CEO called his company's $2.8 billion offer for a solar city a no-brainer. That it's legally and morally correct, a zero-doubt move that we should have done sooner. I agree with all of this. I don't know how much it should cost, though. What's more, Musk trumpeted that the deal could help propel Tesla toward the world's first trillion-dollar company as the solution to the Earth's climate change problem. Jesus, did Trump write this? Analysts aren't so sure. Well, who are the fucking analysts getting paid by? The big oil companies? Had a steep drop in Tesla's stock, down 10% in Wednesday's trading, whacking $3 billion off its lofty $32 billion market cap, confirms investor skepticism. Oh, fuck you. You just don't want to see him do it. Why can't the government give him some money the way they did the banks? Fucking Solar City, man. You make weed legal, right? You grow it under solar panels. Every morning, everybody, you know, there's like a continental breakfast, right? You get eggs from chickens that still have their beaks and they're not on roids like Mark McGuire, right? They got that little fucking waffle flippy thing. You pour it in and then you turn it over, you know? Somebody sent me something today where actually some scientist, which I'm sure he's underground and he has no corporate money behind him, described humanity the way every great comic I've ever seen has, starting with fucking Bill Hicks, that basically said that human beings are a plague. I remember one time reading a Joe Rogan blog, and he fucking said he was flying over the U.S., and he was looking down and just seeing how beautiful the country was, and he was just looking at all the cities, though, as you went through and how dirty and filthy they were. He said, we're like a fungus. You know what I mean? And if you could interview fungus or whatever virus out there that could kill us, if you could talk to them, you know they don't think they're bad people. You know, they don't have that perspective because they're just hanging around with other viruses or people of the same virus. You know what I mean? Like if you could interview a chicken and ask it what it thinks of human beings, I mean, you wouldn't want to see it. Remember the last episode of Seinfeld when everybody came back and talked about what selfish pieces of shit Elaine, Jerry, fucking Diane, whatever the fuck their name, Kramer. What was the other guy's name? Eddie. Anyways, they were talking about pieces of shit they were. You have chickens, dolphins, anybody. Poisonous snakes, tigers, all of them. If they could just sit down and talk about us, they wouldn't like us. You know what I mean? And then you know what? They'd go back to all the Quran. They'd go out to the fucking Bible, the Torah, all our religious books, and just be like, yeah, they read this thing, and then they think it's okay to fucking do a bunch of shit to us because some fat guy named Buddha said it was okay, you know? What do you guys think, like, the right population number should be, you know? And how would you get the number down? At this point, I mean, drastic fucking measures, you know? They got to put something in the fucking water to just sterilize people. And just act like it was a mistake. Just have Monsanto do it. You can't fucking sue them. It's illegal, right? Or whatever the fuck it is. Whatever Obama signed, the great liberal fucking president that he was, signed that fucking thing that said, they didn't have to say that their food was genetically altered. Yeah, what a patriot, huh? All these fucking cunts, they're all the same. Go do your fucking speeches for $500,000 a whack. Go do that. Go give your kid a fucking $1 zillion wedding. You don't give a shit, right? Solar City, yay or nay? What do you say? Yay or nay? What do you say? I say go ahead and fucking do it. That's what you should do. You know what would be great about a solar city? Then we don't need the people's fucking oil in the Middle East. And then they gradually just go bankrupt. You know? There's no money flying around there. Then they don't have any money for a fucking nuclear warhead. And then everybody just relaxes. They go back to doing their shit. We go back to doing our shit. The reality is in both parts of the world, most people are just minding their own fucking business. It's the cunts up at the top that hang out with Hillary at the Bilderberg meetings, that they're the ones that just can't stand the fact that there's fucking people living somewhere and they're not making any money off of them. Oh, Jesus. Who had a third of a Coors Light and is fucking saying things? He's not reading things, people. But he's saying things. Let's go over to sports. Oh, this is a typical fucking sports story now. Rape survivor finally faces Nebraska's Riley. Dude, what the? I'm trying to get away from this shit. This belongs on the fucking sports page? Well, it's not like they have a rape section, do they? Is that right after the metro region? All right. Mm-hmm. Where is the sports? John Jones says hatred for Daniel Cormier is fading. No date is set for Tiger Woods' return. He's got to win another one. He's got to win one more. After 4-decade wait, manager grateful for a job. This is what it's like. This ranking NBA's worst number 1 draft pick since 1989. Of course, they got Greg Oden there. What they should just show is everybody the Portland Trailblazers drafted over the last 30 fucking years. Oh, shit. Oh, man, I think I'll stay on this website. I wasn't going to stay here, but all of a sudden I went, boom, boom, chicken, boom, ba-ding, ba-do-do, ba-dee, bo-bo, ba-dee, ba-do, ba-da-ga, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. I went in to get my head fucking shaved the other day, right? And I went into this barbershop, a real barbershop, one where you walk in and there's fucking men in there, right? Rubbing their hairy chest. No, I'm kidding. There's men in there and you just fucking go in and you sit down until it's your fucking turn. Unlike these fucking goddamn hipster fucking things where they got the little fucking, what do you call that barbershop, little swivel thing that goes around? To me, that says I can just walk in, right? And then you walk in. There's nobody here. Can you shave my head? Oh, do you have an appointment? Dude, look at me. How long is it going to fucking take? You don't want to make an extra fucking $20? Huh? You don't? You can go fuck yourself. You know? You fucking 28th president of the United States fucking haircut. Who is that, by the way? Who is the 28th president? Nobody ever talks about the 28th president. Let's look it up. 28th president. If I had to guess, I'm going to say Grover Cleveland. 28th president. Calvin Coolidge. Oh, the cunt himself, Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson, who signed the fucking Federal Reserve Act. And we're all still paying for it today. You know, it's a good one to look up. Woodrow Wilson's letter of regret. What are the fucking odds I would have said that? Send me down this conspiracy theory. Woodrow Wilson, letter of regret. All right, where is it? Did Woodrow Wilson regret handing America to the Federal Reserve? Woodrow Wilson, after creating the Federal Reserve, said, let's see, here we go. I have unwittingly ruined my country. I don't even know how to pronounce that word. So maybe he didn't. All right, this is what he wrote. I am a most unhappy man. I have unwittingly ruined my country. A great industrial nation is controlled by its system of credit. Our system of credit is concentrated. See, they always got to write it so sophisticatedly. I can't even understand what the fuck they're talking about. Like that thing, Dwight D. Eisenhower, when he gives that speech about the industrial military complex, I watched that over and over again. I have no fucking idea what he's talking about. Even it's explained to me before I watched the speech, and by the end of it, I don't understand it. And I feel like he said it that way, either because he was so fucking smart, he couldn't relate to the common man, which I don't understand because he had all those soldiers, or he said it that way because he had to say it in a way that he wouldn't get offed. Right? I don't fucking know. Anyways, he said the growth of the nation, therefore, in all our activities are in the hands of a few men. This is a president, a former president wrote this. Okay? So I don't want to hear any of you guys saying, oh, conspiracy theory. Go fuck yourself. It's just like when I told you that the NBA was fixed, and then there was the mobbed up ref, and you guys all tried to wiggle out of it. And what did they say? Oh, yeah, there was just one of them. Oh, yeah, was there? There was just one of them? All right. We have come to be one of the worst ruled, one of the most completely controlled and dominated governments in the civilized world. No longer a government by free opinion, no longer a government by conviction and the vote of the majority, but a government by the opinion and duress of a small group of dominant men. Well, there you go. He still didn't quite fucking say what he did. Jesus Christ. Oh, God, they got fucking, you know what they did? Woodrow, they put Woody from Cheers, their version of Cheers, or their version of Woody from fucking Cheers, they put him in the office. What am I even talking about right now? Hey, Billy Dope. Billy the fucking dope. Can women forget Mr. Nice Guy persona? Hey, I'm really having a difficult reading today. All right, big fan from Lithuania. That's another one on the list that I got to get to. You're a great comedian. It would be great if you ever decided to do your stand-up here in the Baltics. That will happen at some point in my career, hopefully sooner rather than later. All right, the guy says, I got this dilemma. Can a woman forget your past as a nice guy? One of my former classmates is coming back to my hometown on summer vacation for a few weeks, and let's say I'd like to get intimate with her while she's here. Now, the thing is, when we were still in school, I had a mad crush on this girl for years. However, shit didn't work out because I didn't know how the life works, how the females work, and also I was a little bitch, Mr. Nice Guy. I'd beat my younger self if that was possible. All right, you're doing some good therapy here. But over the years that I've spent in our capital city, I can safely say that my view and attitude towards females and masculinity has changed significantly. What do you think? Can a woman brush off the image of a nice guy, or are you forever marked with the certain character traits in her eyes? Yeah, I think you're kind of fucked. Just put it this way, like, take like the actor that played like Urkel or something like that. It's like you typecast, you know? And Urkel could literally become an army fucking ranger and then leave the military, and when he went to go do a fucking action movie, they'd be, fucking Urkel, give me a fucking break, right? It just... The problem is, what you got to do, look, you always got to take a bet. What you're going to have to do when you get up there is you're going to have to crowd the plate. No, I'm kidding. You're going to have to be significantly different to raise any sort of intrigue in her. You know what I mean? Because she probably just wants to meet up with you, you know, have a couple of ciders or whatever those drinks women have when they know that they're not going to fuck you, you know, one of those fucking, I want to feel warm. You know, they have that stupid sweater that covers their hands too, and they drink it with both hands out of a mug, you know, and it's just fucking over, right? They're like, you know, hitting more on the waiter than they don't even listen to you. You're going to have to, like, I don't know what you got to do. Go buy yourself a Raiders of the Lost Ark leather jacket. You got to try to come in and act like you've been fucking doing. So this is the thing. This is what's going to fuck you, is you want this woman too bad. All right? You got to not give a fuck. Don't be a dick, but just go in there and just, hey, what's going on? What have you been up to? You know, and then talk up some of the shit you're doing. You know, I don't know. Look at your phone. This broad, she's driving me crazy. I got the ladies all over me. I don't know, dude. I don't know what to tell you on this one. Once you're typecast, it's fucking over, dude. You got to go behind the camera here. You got to start directing or some shit, because I don't know what to tell you. This is what I would do. Just know this. Going into it, you're fucked. All right? So there's no pressure. Who gives a shit? And, I don't know, make her laugh and just tell her, you know, I always had a crush on you, but I used to be a bitch, but I'm not a bitch anymore. So what do you say? What do you say? You come over here and jump on my fucking... No, you can't go that way. But, yeah, I would... Yeah, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. You know, maybe that's it. Just trash your former self. Yeah, I used to be a bitch, you know. I don't know how to do it, dude. You know what? You stumped me. Somewhere in there. I think the whole not giving a fuck and then trashing your former self and then just telling her that you had a crush on her. Who knows, dude? Maybe, I don't know. There's a chance maybe she liked you back then, or I don't know. Women got that thing though, dude. Once you're the fucking friend, it's over, dude. It's over. You're fucking. Oh, the lovely Nia. Nia, you know we need you. Me and this guy from Lithuania. I'll tell you really quickly. Grab one of those cords. All right, Jesus. All right, as you're plugging in, I'll tell you. This guy basically in Lithuania, he used to be a bitch he used to be Mr. Nice Guy. So he didn't get any of the nice, as Tracy Morgan would say, right? So he whatever. He had a crush on this chick, and she got put in the friend zone, as Chris Rock would say. I'm just going to quote every black comedian here. And you plugged in? There we go. And you're putting the windscreen on. And it's really loud and annoying to the listeners.
Oh, I'm sorry, everybody.
Go. The lovely Nia, everybody.
Hi.
Yeah, so basically, he had a crush on this girl. He was a nice guy. He got put in the friend zone. And now she's coming back to town. He's now lived in the city. He understands the male-female dynamic better.
Okay.
And the way he's wording this, he's been doing all right for himself. But he still wants to bang this woman. His question is, once you're in the friend zone like that, is it possible to get out of it?
Absolutely.
It is? Oh, wow. Okay, because I was going like, I don't know. I was saying you're like typecast. You're like Urkel. And now you want to be the star of an action movie.
You know, but yeah, no, I think you can, but it's all predicated on your behavior. Like, you don't gotta all of a sudden start acting like an aloof jerk or anything like that.
So I told him to buy a Raiders of the Lost Ark waist-length leather jacket. Maybe get a hat. Is that...
And a whip?
Yeah. Is that bad?
I just think maybe you're a little less available, perhaps. You know, it can be a thing where she'll come to town and be like, "Oh my God, like, let's go here and and I want to do this and you know, oh yeah, definitely. Well, let me know when you're around. Yeah, maybe we can grab a drink or something. Keep it cash, and don't go in there like, so I've been fucking a lot of broads since you left. Not like that, but just as she's talking about her life." You talk about your life. Yeah, I've been seeing some girls here and there. I don't know, nothing too serious, but I've been having my fun. But anyway, what's going on with you? You look good. Like that. Like
Nia. Bam. That was good.
Oh, were you enjoying that just then? That little interaction?
No, I enjoying the advice.
Yeah, okay.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was I was stammering. I was like, you might have to just fucking. I said, your best thing you got going is you got no shot. So just don't give a fuck and just go in there and just be like.
But I think that's also true too. You have to not give. You can't go into it with expectations of anything.
Yeah, you either fuck her or you don't.
I think you just be normal, be a friend like you have been. But I think I have a friend who often gets friend zoned, and I'm always telling him that he needs to make himself less available because he always makes himself available.
What does that do psychologically
And
to
it's
women
always
when you're
like-
less available? Because I have my theory, and I know it'll be considered sexist, so I'll listen to yours
I
instead.
think it's the same with men and women. If you're less available, like the people want you more. I think that's just how life is. People like the hunt. I think men like the hunt a little more. So I think you should.
I never liked the hunt.
Really?
If someone was like a fan, I'd be like, oh, hey, I'd be like, yeah,
You're
fuck.
not a hunter.
I was like,
you're more of a gatherer.
No, I was just more like, I hated when women played hard to get. It was it got so boring so fucking fast. I was just like, I'll just go rub one out. And then I'll go watch a game. And then, you know something, then you're not worth the fucking trouble.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I just always found that like, because I remember when I would just start to walk away, and then these girls would be like, "No, you're supposed to blah 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 blah." I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't get the script. Am I in like some fucking awful play right now?
Right.
I walked away from a lot. My number could have been so much higher. I should have chased. I didn't chase. I just tapped out. I'd be like, all right, yeah, you know, if you don't want to, I understand. You know, I wouldn't fuck me either.
Oh, honey.
All right. Oh, no, don't say that about yourself. People like you. All right. Hey, Bill Dill Pickle. I love a good sandwich. My question to you is, if you were a sandwich, what type of sandwich would you be? I think you already answered this one. If you could eat only one sandwich for the rest of your life, what would you be? All right, Nia. Remind the listeners what kind of sandwich you think I am.
I once compared you to a grilled cheese sandwich. But the thing about
You
it
said
is,
you were about as exotic as a grilled cheese sandwich. I was talking about that if I ever went to prison,
yes.
the fact that I was a redhead,
Right.
for the first time in my life, I might be considered exotic.
Yeah, I thought you were grossly overestimating.
I was joking about the fact of how
Exoticism.
quickly I would be sexually assaulted in there, and you had to remind me that I'm a plain Jane. There wasn't even tomatoes on that fucking grilled cheese sandwich. You'd think with the hair I would have got something. Fuck. All right.
So what sandwich would you like to eat for the rest of your... I know the sandwich that I could...
This sounds like this question came out of Cosmo. If you were a sandwich, what kind of sandwich would you be? And if you could only eat one sandwich for the rest of your life, what would it be?
No, we would never ask each other what kind of sandwich we'd want to be. We'd be like, what kind of dress are you? A classic little black dress? A cocktail dress?
Oh.
Or a gown for the Oscars, like that.
Well, what about for the bigger girls?
Guys,
What
ask
about
them-
for the bigger girls? Would they
What
say,
about the bigger girls?
are you a car cover with spaghetti straps?
Stop. Stop.
Well, I didn't like how they're just feeding your fucking egos like you're all these... you know what? I get what they're doing. They're trying to sell magazines.
Anyway, what kind of sandwich would you be? Velveeta.
If I was a pair of pants, I'd be clam diggers. I saw like 4 or 5 guys wearing those fucking things.
Oh, this weekend?
Yeah. Like those guys who have the Hitler Youth haircuts and then they just walk around with their calves out. To the fucking airport. It's just the funniest thing ever. I don't know why it's not socioacceptable. Just point at their legs and start laughing. It's just me. All right. I love a good sandwich too. Okay. What would I be? I don't know. My freckles and all that. I'd probably be a lobster roll.
Lobster?
Or a crab roll.
No, you're
Looking all fucking white with red blotches. In a day-old bun. That'd be my sciatic nerve problem. I'm a mess.
It's true. Like, there are certain white people, they definitely take on the hue of a boiled lobster when they had too much sun.
And that would be me. If you okay,
You'd be a turkey sandwich because you like turkey sandwiches.
yeah, but that's not me.
You're not.
No, turkey sandwich. You know, People get excited and they're happy when turkey comes around. You know what I mean?
I think you're a turkey sandwich because you're like
Would
reliable.
you don't ever say that again. I think you're a turkey.
You're reliable. You're satisfying.
And when I talk, I make you go to sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah, when consumed, I make you sleepy. All right, if you could only eat one sandwich, Nia, for the rest of your life, what would it be? This feels like a Lifetime movie.
Is a Philly cheesesteak considered a sandwich? Because that's my all-time favorite of all time.
Well, I mean, it's not considered breakfast. No, it's considered a cereal.
All right, so yeah, a Philly cheesesteak.
Remember, a hero is a sandwich, right? Or whatever the fuck they call them.
Yeah, a hero sandwich. So, yeah.
All right. If I could eat one
Submarine
sandwich the rest of my
sandwich.
life, I'd eat a peanut butter sandwich with butter.
PB&J.
Yeah, that's what I would have with a glass of fucking milk.
Wait, you'd have jelly on it, though, wouldn't you?
No, I don't want to get fat.
You put jelly on your
No, I'm
peanut
fucking
butter
with you. If I could
sandwich
have
all the time.
just one for the rest of my fucking life, well, I don't have to eat it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, no,
boy.
not every day, but the only sandwich, when you're in the mood for a sandwich, you can only eat this particular sandwich.
I don't know.
An Italian sub? You like Italian sandwiches.
Nah, then they put the oil all over and it feels like the bread's sweaty.
You don't always have to get the oil.
I don't know what I'd have. I don't know what I would fucking have. It's just too much. You know what? I guess if I wouldn't die of a heart attack, I'd have a roast beef sandwich.
There you go.
There you go, Bill. You're exciting. A buddy of mine at work got in this, like doing those things where you hang upside down?
Yeah.
He got one that's actually not legal in this country. But they sell it in Canton, and you just basically, you're more hanging from like your waist as opposed
What's the
from your
one
ankle.
that my dad was talking about? My dad was talking about the one where you hang from your ankles.
Yeah, and what my chiropractor was saying was that one, it puts stress on your joints because you got your whole body weight, puts like your ankles, your knees, and your hips because your whole body weight. With this other one,
My dad loves that thing, though.
yeah, I don't know. A lot of people love it for whatever reason, but I've been using the other one, and that one would be like, say, like you're at the zoo and you're at the gorilla enclosure and you want to bend over and look for the dime you just fucking lost.
This is a very timely
Yeah,
example.
just imagine that, except you don't fall in.
right. And then they
Hey,
don't
here's the
have to
thing: and
shoot
if an adult fell in there,
yeah.
would they have shot it with the tranquilizer, thinking that maybe the adult could handle the fucking thrashing that he was going to get?
I think that the adult would have had the presence of mind to like slowly try to back out of the situation, as opposed to a baby that's just kind of like sitting there.
Can you give us an example of how you would slowly back out of a situation with the gorilla? All right, you fall
Oh
in.
my God.
What would you say? Hey, man, like,
Easy, easy. Well, I'm terrified of primates. Like, they just freak me out in general. So I don't really know what I would do because I just feel like, what is it?
Oh, I know
We
what
have
I would
more
do.
in common, like DNA-wise or something, with a chimpanzee than they do with a gorilla. Like, that freaks me out. How
I know,
human they are.
I know exactly what I would do.
I don't like it, actually.
I would curl up in the fetal position and I would cover up my face so he wouldn't rip it off. And I would
Yeah.
just be like, if I got to take some gorilla fucking kidney shots, I would much rather take that. If he comes over and just fucking wails on me, like from fucking ankle to the side of my head, I will take that before I will just stand there with my face out waiting for you to rip it off.
Well, like, do they... Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's probably the best way to go so they don't see you as like a threat or something. Like you just sort of submit to them or something. I don't know, but then I don't want them to be like,
I'm sure this
I'm
information
going to
is
make
on the
you
internet.
my wife now. Like, it's just so weird. I don't know. They really freak me out. Remember when we went to Australia?
You know they're going to grab you by your ankle and just drag you around like a fucking...
like they did that little kid.
I haven't watched it.
Oh, remember when we went to Australia and I was telling
Do
you?
they have video of it? I don't want to watch
think
that.
so.
I
Don't
did.
watch it.
I did watch the one of the naked guy that walked into the lion enclosure, and he's trying to kill himself.
Oh.
And the fucking his neck is in the fucking
Did he
thing's
have to
mouth.
go in naked?
I mean, I was talking about that
That's a
on
little
DVE.
extra.
Oh my god,
That's
yeah,
a little
yeah. It's like, go ahead,
unnecessary.
grab my neck, but I still got to cover my junk. You still got to keep your boxes on, right? No, but this is the thing. The thing was just had him by his neck.
Did
but
he survive?
Yeah, because they must have just fed the fucking thing, so it just had him around the neck. And the guy's literally, he's got his arms around the lion's neck, and then and then he wrapped his legs around his body. He basically had it in the guard, like a jujitsu guard, and the fucking lion had it around his throat. But he wasn't shaking him or anything, and everybody's like, going, oh my God, and, in whatever fucking language, whatever country it was in, and they're filming the guy. The guy was completely fucking naked, and, yeah, he obviously had, like, mental issues, because if you're in sound mind and you kill yourself, you just, like, jump off something, right?
Yeah, you don't wander into a
Land on
lion
somebody's,
cage naked.
Volkswagen Passat.
Wait, but I wanted to say, when we went to Australia that time, were you with me when I was in that monkey exhibit or whatever, and it looked like Planet of the Apes, and it was freaking me out? And then we went into that other little side room, and there was a monkey behind the glass, and everyone was looking at it and taking pictures, and
Yep.
it started rocking back and forth, and I was like, that thing is about to freak out. And then it threw itself up against the glass and like screamed and yelled, and everyone was like, oh
And then
my
the
God.
other chimp came in.
Yes, it came
And
in and like tried to come, and
It hugged it.
Yeah, we thought they were gonna fight, and then they embraced each other, and then they like put their backs toward the glass with one of them's arm around the other, like it's gonna be okay, like we're gonna get out of here someday. Like
Yeah.
it was so emotional and it was so scary. I can't. I don't know. I can't deal with it. Like that scene in the trailer for Tarzan, The Legend of Tarzan, where the monkey comes in and like sees the Tarzan and the bassinet and then picks it up and then leaves with it. It's just like, I don't know. I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
I just think it's really weird. I mean,
If that was in the wild, they would eat that baby, and they would actually keep it alive
Exactly.
as long as they could,
I
because they
guess.
enjoy the screaming, because it brings the fucking
is that true?
that they get off on it, man. Dude, chimpanzees are fucking evil. Gorillas are chill. Gorillas don't have anything to prove.
I
Chimps
feel
have
like,
the
yeah.
short man's disease.
Yeah, I feel like gorillas
then-
are a little more chill.
And then you got
about
those
it.
tweaker monkeys.
Yeah.
Right? The meth head ones.
Yeah.
Those ones that throw their shit at you.
The chimpanzee was the one that like threw itself up against the glass and was like really loud and screaming. Yeah, the gorillas seem a little bit more peaceful. Those are the ones that are handsome. Like you saw that one gorilla that everyone was freaking out about in the zoo in Japan because everyone thought it was like it's actually a very good looking gorilla. But
Yeah, that was weird.
it was weird.
It was really weird. You'll never find another gorilla like me.
Like sexy gorilla. That's why they freak me out. They're just so human-like that it's unsettling to me. And I don't like when they make gorillas have agendas, like that commercial where the little girl is deaf and she's doing sign language with the other gorilla. It's like all very
That was an
sweet.
orangutan.
A what?
Orangutan.
What is that?
That's the ones that look, if I was a fucking chimp, that's what I would look like.
The ones with all the stringy hair?
The orange ones that look like old men.
But they're like sign languaging each other, and it's like, oh, that's sweet. Like they're communicating through sign language, and then all of a sudden, that orangutan is like, oh, but like the way you live
Your
is
food is
destroying my
killing me.
life, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, wait a minute, and it was like for about palm oil or peanut oil, and it was like, don't get the monkey involved.
Everything's
in your
a
shit.
fucking cause now. Did you
That's
see?
so
I
lame.
told you this morning. I didn't
I
see
mean,
the.
I get it, but don't bring the animals into it and deaf children. Like I just felt like that was.
I didn't. Yeah, those fucking monkeys with their agendas. I didn't.